So today we're going to look at a fun, simple drawing of a koi fish. And this is a beautiful painting that somebody did, and I found it online because I wanted to just show you some pictures of koi fish. You might have seen them in a pond somewhere. They have these big splotches of orange and black and sometimes yellow, so they're very memorable. And a lot of artists do them because they're kind of fun and colorful and graphic. And this is the shape that we're going to do. And I'll just show you quickly. Don't draw yet, but this is the shape we're going to start with, this body shape. So it starts narrow, and we're going to make sure that we leave a lot of room at the top of the paper for this huge fin. Leave a little bit of room up there, so don't make this too high up. And then leave a little bit of room down here for these whiskers, and over here for this. So we're going to start with this basic shape, and I'll start with a blank canvas. I'm using my Procreate app. So let's see if I can get it right. I'm going to leave some room up here, so I'm going to start with the tail is kind of narrow, and then it comes down and gets a little bigger down here. And I guess it sort of looks like a squash or a gourd at this stage. So there's the body shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the tail fin, which is really big because that's like his paddle, how he gets around. I'm going to go ahead and do some lines in there so it starts looking real. So there you have the tail fin, and I'll keep looking at this shape. That's one I did earlier, and I wasn't thrilled with that one. We'll keep looking at the shape of this one and try to get the other fins correct. Now there is a dorsal fin. On the human body, if something is ventral, it's the belly side. If something is dorsal, it's the back side. So this is a dorsal fin. And then it kind of starts there, and it crosses over, and it comes back here, because you're seeing this fin from the top. You're not seeing it from the side. So if you saw them from the top, the lines, or I guess you could call them veins, would look sort of like that. And then the fin at the top kind of goes like that and then comes back in. And the one on the other side might be just a little bit smaller. And then the ones back here that are closer to the back are still a little bit smaller. And then I'll go ahead and do some veins. Now, if your koi fish shape doesn't look right, it's completely understandable if you have never drawn this before. We practice. If we like to draw something, we practice and we get better at it. So those are the fins, and then I'm going to look at the eyes again to see what they look like. The back side, you can't see the whole eye. The front side, it looks a little bit bigger. And then I'll do the whiskers. A little bit smaller over there, and then maybe the whiskers that are kind of randomly floating in the water. something like that. Or you could just make them go like that, you know. And then if you remember, I showed you the picture, and the koi fish have these just random splotches of black and orange. So I'm just going to quickly put in some splotches, and I forgot to do that part of the mouth, so I'll just add that. And then maybe back here some black, and it is very random. And so oops, some of the tails might even have a splotch of black somewhere in the fins. And I think this is why artists like to do koi fish, because they're so colorful. So add as much as you like in the splotch department. So I'll put some orange on this guy. Like I said, just very random. Maybe the whole back side of his body might be orange. And then a splotch on his forehead. And then a little bit of orange in the tail fin. So I hope this looks like a koi fish to you. Now I'm going to quickly do the background because I want to show you another trick. When I did my first chalk art festival event, I did koi fish, and I made a pond, and I did a couple of koi fish swimming around in a little pond. And another artist who was really, really experienced came over to help me because I was new at it. He said, "Oh, I can tell you a trick." He said, "If you want to make the fish look like he's swimming around below the surface of the pond, you can add ripples like this." And these are concentric circles. Concentric means circles that have the same center. So he said, "Oh, just add some circles like this on top." And I couldn't believe how much it helped my drawing. Now, if you don't have a light color, if you want to try this, you can color your background in blue, and then you could add a darker color for the ripples, light blue plus some dark blue. So that is a trick that I have used a lot, thanks to this person who decided to come over and help me. So that's my koi fish. I'm going to sign my name, and I hope that you will try a koi fish with me. And you can email it to heath@cusslight.org, or you can turn it in at Google Classroom. And that's my koi fish.